Let me ask you a question. Are Sonic fans miserable? Okay, that's a very, very, very good question that everyone who's new to the fandom is starting to ask. Or old people looking at old things and are just like looking at how people respond to them. But the thing I see the most is that Sonic fans hate Sonic, or that Sonic fans complain about Sonic all day, which is just not true, okay? Let me break it down for you. I've said this before in multiple videos. There are 4 versions of Sonic that everyone should know about. You have the Eastern market, which is like Japan and all that shit. You have the Western market, which is the Americas and the goddamn European market. And then you have old fans who like everything from like Sonic 1 to the Sad AM cartoons, which is like both Japanese and Western markets. And then you have the later people who like fucking the movies and Sonic Adventure 2 and shit like that. So when you have these 4 groups and all of them disagree on what Sonic is supposed to be because everyone's like, Sonic needs to be sticking to the original vision forever for all time. And then you have some who are like, I like this new direction for Sonic and I think he's pretty cool. You know, when you have that like dichotomy, a lot of people are going to be angry about different things. Like, as a person who really likes Boom Amy, I see Amy in the main continuity and I'm like, okay, like, what's going on here and why isn't Amy like as cool as the Boom Amy, you know? And then you'll have other people who are like, Sonic having character development doesn't make him Sonic. Sonic having any relatable qualities whatsoever makes him super bad, and that isn't Sonic, he's actually Tonic, okay, if you watch that video, if you know what I mean. And then you have things like the gameplay, where you have 3 different versions of the gameplay. You have pre-boost gameplay, you have pre-3D gameplay, and then you have the 2D gameplay. And everybody disagrees on which one is right for Sonic. We're in a new era where like they're literally trying out Sonic having like full-on combat, and that's gonna be a 4th generation you're gonna have to like attempt to appeal to now. So like Sonic is quite literally turning into a hodgepodge, and not everyone is getting fed all the time. Literally, if we got like adventure style gameplay, 2D style gameplay, and boost style gameplay all the time, do you know how many Sonic fans would just never complain and just be off Twitter, be off the internet? You know how many like Sonic fans wouldn't even have YouTube channels because they'd be so happy that they're like, okay, there's nothing for me to talk about. Oh, unless you want like literally hedgehog supremacy where you wipe out all the other versions of Sonic. Nobody cares about that. They're okay with other people being happy, but like when you're only getting one guy fed and you have 2 others and then you have a 3rd one on the way, well, yeah, that first guy is getting fed and that 2nd guy will eventually be fed, but those first 2 guys, they're getting like butt fucked, okay? In a way that doesn't make any sense because Sonic Team is becoming more and more of a team that's like actually getting budget, so they have like the ability to pay people to produce projects, you know? And yeah, not everyone's getting fed. Like me, I love the boost games. Actually, I love the boost games more than I love Adventure 2 gameplay. The reaction times you have to have for the faster boost games are fucking amazing, and you just don't get that experience anywhere else in platformer. But some people want a traditional platformer but with high-speed hijinks mashed in there a little bit, you know, to jiggle it around a little bit, as some people might say. And for me, I'm just not interested in that. I just want the boost gameplay in any form, as long as Sonic talks and it isn't like just text on the screen and I get boost gameplay. Well, I'm happy. That's it. All Sonic has to do is completely talk with voice acted shit and have the boost gameplay, and I will be the most fed person in the universe. But other people, they need their stuff to just be Mario with like an extra element to it. And I don't understand that. I want things to be as different from Mario as possible, but you can stick in the shadow of a mediocre franchise if you want to. You'll always be mediocre. Oh my god, that was harsh.
Tu vas le trouver. En achetant la Mega Drive de Sega, aussi avoir le jeu Sonic. Mega Drive.
Bro, have you guys seen Sonic, like, Crossworlds? Like, it's a new racing game that's supposed to be coming out, and I was, like, all for it at first, and then, like, this fucking new Mario game called Mario Kart, like, 9 or some shit got announced, and now I'm like, damn, this game is about to fucking flop. Now, we don't know the release date. They could, like, change the release date till to the end of the year, and just release it while they announce the new platformer that they're gonna be releasing within the next 2 years. But like, bro, I'm being real. That game is going to flop. And that is another reason for like Sonic fans to be arguing. Because honestly, Sonic fans have to convince me that they aren't going to fumble the bag. And while you may be saying, oh, you need to have more faith in the team. No, I'm not going to have a faith in the team because the team are like pro-fumbling. What do you mean pro-fumbling? I mean, they fumble in the way of like inconsistency. Like, you'll have 2 good games, 2 bad games, 6 bad games, 2 good games. There's never more than a 2-game streak. And I know some people are gonna say Frontiers was a good game. No, it's not. It's not. It's literally not. Okay? Those cyber stages killed the game, okay? I'm saying it. The cyber stages, in fact, did kill the game. Also, within the fumbles, okay, and the good games, they have like fumbling elements to them, like the treasure hunting levels in SA2. Like, I always just give up when it comes to that, because I don't care about like reading, okay? I hate reading when I have to look for stuff. So, when somebody tells me, oh, you have to like press on a hint system to get a hint to where you're going, bro, give me like 3 at the beginning of the stage. Just tell me where all 3 are, okay? Not like tell me exactly where they are, but like tell me where to go, and then I'll like go look for them in that direction and like waste my time looking for it. But like, there's no like arrow indicators, there's no like map, and bro, you want me to sit there and go back to a fucking station clicking a button just to like fucking understand what I'm supposed to be doing or where I'm supposed to go? That is frustrating. That is very much frustrating, and I don't like it. Colors has like 70 side missions, okay? Colors is like that game where you're like, okay, this game has a lot of content, and then you realize all the content is like 5 seconds long, except for like 1 level in the middle that's like 7 minutes long, and then you're like, okay, these things were not balanced correctly. Okay, there is something wrong here. Nothing was balanced correctly. It's like you literally took the idea of a fighting game that's unbalanced and applied it to a platformer's level design. Like, what's going on here? Why would you do this? Are you trying to make everybody upset? And then the hero's level up system is really, really bad, okay? I've never seen a level up system where it resets the levels when you die, okay? Except for like Elden Ring or Dark Souls. Oh my god, is Sonic Hero supposed to be the Elden Ring of Sonic games? If not, well, get rid of it, okay? I don't care. Just give me like a level up stat where I can literally like go from level 1 to 99 like in Sonic Unleashed, and as I go through, I keep my levels. That's it. Just replace it with that. Make it a little bit better, make it a little bit stronger, and you'll have a great game. Because, yeah, it's a pretty fine game otherwise if you didn't have to sit there leveling up all day. Now, let's be very clear here. Very, 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 very clear here, okay? These are only just some of the problems you can have with the Sonic game from any era, and I'm not gonna go into it like for like 6 hours telling you like every problem I have from every Sonic game from first glance to actually playing the game, which I get to play Sonic Heroes a little bit more, but I still think the game is bad, so it didn't really change my opinion. But let's be real here. Like, all Sonic games have little flaws that'll annoy different people for different reasons. And then you'll argue about whether those flaws are like actually important enough to you to call it a bad game. And then you have games like Sonic 06 and Sonic Forces, which is either like the worst game in all of existence of all time for what it was trying to be, or the worst game in all of existence for all time for what it was trying to be. Actually, no. Sonic Forces was exactly what it was trying to be. It was trying to be a Sonic speed simulator. Literally, a Sonic speed simulator. That's what Forces is. And if you take it as that, it succeeds, because all the levels are short as shit. But like, no Sonic fan was actually looking for that. No Sonic fan was actually looking for that. We're looking for platformers here, not Sonic speed simulators. Jesus Christ. Now, that is like all the game stuff that I got into, but there's more than just that. You have the TV shows, and everybody disagrees on the fact that like Western Sonic TV is better than Japanese Sonic TV. Like, people disagree on that like wholeheartedly and stuff. And then you have people disagreeing on what the comic books are supposed to be. And then you have like these mangas that are in their own little world, never affected by anything whatsoever and anything else. And then you have like a whole bunch of other stuff. That is just like constantly being looked at by everybody and scrutinized because it's not exactly what they think Sonic should be. And then everybody just looks at them and goes like, okay, are you trying to be like a Japanese elitist? Or are you saying that like America should not exist because we accept other cultures? And then you'll have those people just look at you like dumbfounded, pretending like they didn't just say that when they technically just said that in less words, okay? Like, there is so much that like Sonic fans have to be angry about because every version of Sonic is about the same as the one before it, but they take it in a different direction that isn't like wholly like in reality of what people think Sonic should be based on the Japanese game counterpart, which is the first and original, right? Like, Sonic is not supposed to be relatable. And in fact, Sonic is supposed to be so unrelatable that he seems like a mythical creature. And everybody who likes Japanese Sonic media says that makes him the coolest character, when all I could do is be like, okay, so he's just Goku. Like, he's just Goku. But that being said, hopefully you guys have a good day. And if you guys want me to like make another video explaining more about this, I can. Just like leave a comment saying you want it. Jesus Christ. Like, sub, comment. Peace.
Sleepy, happy, dot, grumpy, bashful, and Tyrone. I never save a black bitch's number in my phone. It's the Mambo King, Xavier Cougat. Call me Mario, nigga, cause I'm wearing my coon hat. Some of my best friends are black, but they say I'm fucking racist. Homie, I ain't the one who put your ass on a slave ship.